So hello everyone, welcome here to Road Atlanta for round 7 of the iRacing.com Prototype and GT Challenge Fix Series. As I promised on the Facebook page, I would make up to you guys from the 2 broadcasts yesterday for the WCRA IndyCar Series that did not work out very well. We had technical issues and my voice was not recorded in either of those broadcasts. So I will personally apologize for that. And instead, we're going to have 25 minutes of multi-class action for you here on the Automotive Sports Network, brought to you by D Designs. If you need a paint scheme done for any of your iRacing cars, talk to Daco, Patricio Esteban, on the iRacing forums, or go to facebook.com/Daco Designs for any and all information. So here we are, as they're finishing up warm-up here for Road Atlanta. I think it's about a 2.5-mile circuit, as I don't have the notes in front of me, I can admit. And it's a really tricky circuit. It's really fun to drive, as I don't have a track guide, unfortunately, for you guys. But we can go to the grid and see who is on the grid. So let's see if this works. On pole is Vincenzo Amico at a 112.218, and then it's Joel Tremblay on the outside of the front row. And then it's Fabio Milani and Anthony Harkin on row number 2. Thomas Futh and Alex Rominger in row number 3. Row 4, Darren Leslie and Thomas Morris. Row 5, Danny Conlon and Javier Torres. I believe this might not be correct. I apologize. You guys know that my grid doesn't work. So let's actually click through this. We're going to wait for them to start rolling before we go through the grid, so let's try that. It looks like, as we're rolling through the grid here, 11, 12 HPDs. Yeah, we got 12 HPDs, 2 Corvettes, and 5 Fords. So a decent-sized field here for the Fix Series. I was in a race with 25 HPDs, 2 Corvettes, and about 3 Fords earlier today. It wasn't very fun. But this is a 25-minute race, and as they roll off, let's see if the grid... there's a car in the pit lane, so let's see who that is. It is Anthony Harkin starting 4th. He's just getting safety rating, as I know he would do that. He would say a very naughty line to the GT cars, but I won't go into detail. Your grid is Amico and Tremblay. Row 2, Milani and Harkin. Row 3, Futh and Rominger. Row 5, Leslie and Morris. Conlon, Torres, Lorette, Pomatico, Bianchini. As my timing and scoring's messed up, so we can't go through the entire grid. So that's interesting. First racing safety car entering turn number 4 now. Down the S's. This is a really nice camera, I have to say. A really good camera of this circuit. This is a very fun circuit. Turn 7 right here, one of the trickiest corners because you can clip the apex and then run all the way on that really obnoxious curb. And all those surface changes, really, in the HPD, it really is very fun. As I said, I ran one race yesterday, and it was... or one race today, excuse me, and it was quite eventful. Turn 8 and 9, kind of a double apex, but there's a little short straightaway, excuse me, until this, the slowest corner on the circuit, and then you blast up on the longest straightaway. So you go from the shortest straightaway to the slowest corner to the longest straightaway. And the funny thing is, it's kind of not a straightaway because there's several turns in it. Uphill, a lot of elevation change here at Road Atlanta. You're climbing, and then you reach the crest of the final turn. I believe it's turn 17. I don't have a track map. I think it's turn 17. And then you drop down, and you enter the front straightaway, as I was paying attention to timing and scoring here. So let's open that panel up for you guys, as that's not hiding itself apparently. So we're going to try this before the race begins. We're going to open up IRTVO again and close the door to the commentary box. And let's get on the footage, because here we go. Everyone is getting ready to go for the start of the Prototype GT Challenge Fix Series. We are green for the prototypes, as they're going to blast into turn number 1 here. We're going to see that is Milani on the inside, Tremblay on the outside. Prototypes are nice and clean through turn 1, up to turn 2 and 3. Turn 3 is a really tricky corner. 4 GTs are starting, they're clean, and the 2 Corvettes are clean, and that's Harkin leaving the pit lane. So all is clean so far, that's a good thing. As on a battle that is Andre Pop with Rominger for the 5th position, as the top 2 are battling obviously for the lead, and that's actually for 4th position, excuse me, as this is 3rd place Vincenzo Amico, and we're going to go Joel Tremblay and Fabio Milani leading. So let's go on board Joel Tremblay in car number, I don't know his number. He'll come by here. It looks like car number 2, as that's what it says, as he's trying to get the lead from Milani. So let's go on board and watch this battle and enjoy the sound of the HPD. So we're on board Wiliam McElroy in the 15th place in the Ford GT. Hopefully you're enjoying these onboard pictures. So we're going to go back to the front of the field here with Fabio Milani and Joel Tremblay. 3rd place is Amico. And, car number 15, that is Horace Knight. And he made a nice pass on the outside in turn 16. Let's stick with this battle here for Ford GT. This is, I believe, the battle for the Ford GT lead. As I'm looking, Laura and Conlon. So this is the podium and the battle for Ford GT's GT2. So let's stick with this. As on the outside, nearly contact with Knight, and that's Javier Torres in the YouTube Ford. And I believe that's the play seat Ford for Knight. Nice battle between those two as he got him in turn number 3. Let's go back and take a look and see that move again. So we're going to slow it down here. He undercuts him, and then he tries the outside, and Knight backs up the corner. He's gone the curb, and what a nice move from Javier Torres in car number 5. So we're going to go up front. Timing and scoring says about 1.5 seconds. Looks like Rominger has crashed in car number 9. Going to go up to Fabio Milani in car number 4. Going down the long straightaway as he's catching up to these Fords. As the battle in the Corvette class, I believe it's all thinned out as Morris is ahead of Bianchini. There's Bianchini. And there's Morris. So GT1 pretty much is settled already. The Fords are having a nice battle as Milani now is dissecting this battle. Whoa, Joel Tremblay. That could have ended in tears. Not a good place to pass. And you see he's trying to catch Milani really badly. He wants to catch him, but he's going to get hauled up by Horace Knight, though. No, this could end well, as it does, as third place is Vincenzo Amico, with Andre Pop in fourth position. Through turn 7, over the curbs, is McElroy, as he gets through there fine, and Tremblay now is going to try and catch Milani, but we shall see. So let's go on board Tremblay for a little bit and listen to the HPD as he tries to catch Fabio Milani. So he was passing a lapped HPD, it looked like. Or he was passing the first Corvette, excuse me, and he passes the second Corvette now. The running order on the left side of your screen here, as we're trying something other than the ticker. There's 13 cars in the lead lap, and position 13 is Bianchini in the second Corvette. As we're going to re-rack timing and scoring here. Rominger is still on the track. That was the HPD that he lapped, as I wasn't exactly paying attention. I just saw an HPD getting past. Rominger is 13th in class, or 12th in class, excuse me, and 17th overall. There's 18 cars still running. Conlon is the only car not running. And Lauret is in the pits. Is there... Oh, there's a lot of damage to Lauret's car. Let's go back and try and take a look at what happened to Andrew Lauret. And my replay picks him up in the pit lane, so we're going to see... We're going to go back a couple more seconds to see what happened. And if we can't get it this time... Still sitting in the pit lane. So another car in the pit lane, Bianchini. So there might be issues with the HPDs passing the GT cars. And it says timing and scoring. Ben Hancock pitted for 22 seconds. There he is in the playseat HPD, and he's all over the track. So 16:45 left to go here at Road Atlanta. Glad you could join me here on the Automotive Sports Network for this broadcast, as it may not be the most professional of broadcasts, as my vocabulary really isn't working with me right now. I don't typically broadcast these days. What is it, a Tuesday? Yeah, it's a Tuesday, June 11th. I don't typically broadcast on Tuesdays, so I'm not really in the broadcasting mode, but I promised that I would have a broadcast for you guys to watch, as I know most of you guys don't care whether it's, for example, let's say bike racing or foot racing or something racing, but you like racing, and I told myself that I'm going to broadcast something to where you guys would watch it, and it would make up for the WCRA IndyCar broadcasts. We're thinking, or talk to the officials at WCRA about next week's broadcast, as I said that during the broadcast yesterday, but you couldn't hear me. The next race is at Kansas, and I don't have a license. The Automotive Sports Network does not have a license to go to Kansas or Las Vegas. There's a duel in Las Vegas. I don't have that either. But we're going to work. We're either going to get licenses, or the WCRA officials are going to switch tracks. They don't know which track to switch to. We were joking in a meeting that they should go to South Boston, because the IndyCar there is very, very fun. If that joke is somehow turned into reality, that's going to be an insane race, and it will be fun to watch, as Milani is 9/10 of a second ahead of Tremblay. As the fastest lap of the race, let's take this one away, as there we go, that works. Fastest lap, Tremblay, a 1:10.0, and Milani ran a 1:10.6. So Tremblay is faster than Milani, but I think Milani is just not pushing. He knows that this is a very difficult place to overtake at, as really the only place to overtake is turns 8, which 8 and 9, if you're side by side with someone, and then the chicane. I mean, you can't try it in turn 1, and then the S's are too tricky. If you're incredibly crazy, like I was in my race, you could try it in turn 3, but it's more of a death wish if you're in HPDs, because that section of track is so fast that by the time you're going to be trying to overtake someone, you're going to be turning in for the corner as they're passing Knight in car 15. And here comes Tremblay. I wasn't paying attention. Tremblay through to the lead, as that was a lead change, and I sounded so unenthusiastic during that. Wow, I am kicking myself. As a lead change, Tremblay now leads, and he's going to pull away, because if you see the laps on the side, that should tell you the story. The previous lap times, Tremblay a 1:10 flat, Milani a 1:10.6, as I believe that. I have no idea if that's correct or not. So we're going to go comparison. The gap, 9/10 of a second. HPD off the road. It's the DHL car. We're trying to find timing and scoring here. Let's take that off. It's Pomatico in 10th position in car number 19. We're going to focus here. That's McElroy, who is way far away from the other Fords, as the Ford battle pretty much diminished now with the two cars in the pit lane. So we're going to focus on the lead here as Tremblay trying to pull away with 13 minutes left to go. That is about 10 laps. So we have 10 laps to go as McElroy gets out of the, or he doesn't get out of the way, he holds the racing line, that's the main thing. But here comes Milani. On the outside, he's going to try it. He couldn't do it. He's going to do the undercut into turn 3. Does he try it? Going into turn 3. No, he doesn't. He can't do it. You can't do it in turn 3. It's just too insane, for the lack of a better word. So we're going to go on board Milani. Let's see if he can overtake Tremblay. Tremblay runs it wide in turn number 9. And Milani's going to have the run going down the long backstretch. Let's see what he can do. On the right suspension. That's an interesting camera. Coming down in the slipstream of Tremblay. Looks to the inside. Or the outside, rather. Tremblay has the inside for the chicane. This is going to end in tears. As he can't do it. You can't go on the outside. So he's going to have to hold off for another lap here at Road Atlanta. As you could win a race coming over that hill. As I nearly personally won a race in this series, week 12 of last season, and I threw it away, but that's irrelevant. But you can, if you get a good run out of that chicane and the leading car doesn't, as we have a Ford in the way, that's Torres, as Tremblay is going to get by, and oh, he let him by. Okay, I was going to say, if he can't get by the Ford, that might be a death wish for Milani. So we're going to go back. Vincenzo Amico is leading, is in third, rather. Andre Pop is in 4th position. Then it's Darren Leslie. This is a nice battle for the 4th position. Russ Parker, Simon Murphy, Anthony Harkin, 9th place Ben Hancock, 10th place Thomas Pomatico, 11th place Thomas Morris, 12th place Javier Torres, 13th Wiliam McElroy, 14th Horace Knight, 15th place Thomas Futh, 16th Alex Rominger, 17th Guilherme Bianchini, 18th Andrew Lorett, and 19th Danny Conlon. That is your running order here as they run, as they come off the final turn to end another lap here at Road Atlanta. That is 12 laps in the books. We are starting lap number 13 as it goes incredibly quickly. 10.5 minutes left to go here at Road Atlanta for the Prototype GT Challenge Fixed Series. I want to give a little program note. This Sunday we will be here, me and Randy Chineth, if he doesn't have to go to his relative's graduation. Me and Randy Chineth will be here for the Automotive Sports Network for the big show, the iRacing.com Prototype GT Challenge Series. This is the Fixed Series, but the Open Setup Series is Sunday here on the Automotive Sports Network. So we will have a program schedule eventually out. I've been trying to schedule all the broadcasts. It should be live on demand probably 12 o'clock Monday, just to schedule it. So a 24-hour delay. That's not too bad. Then that Monday we have IGP Fun. As I check my schedule, I still don't know the track, but we have IGP Fun. I believe it's Lime Rock, if I'm not mistaken, or Laguna Seca, or Mid-Ohio, or any of those three tracks. I remember I looked at the schedule, but that's irrelevant. IGP Fun and WCRA IndyCar at Kansas, or if they switch the tracks on us, we'll keep you posted on the Facebook page, fb.me/Automotive Sports Network. You can check out our Twitter, twitter.com/ASNTV_USA, hashtag ASNTVUSA. And as always, visit our site, asntvusa.tk, for more information, as we will eventually, like I said, get a program guide. We are also going to be featured on the Sim Broadcast Guide. I'm kind of proud of that fact. I've been chatting with the owner of that site, and we will be on there eventually once I can schedule every single broadcast. We're working on several ideas, as I figured I'd let you guys know, as the action pretty much has died down. We're working on getting a bottom line type of ticker working, so right down on the bottom you'd see something scrolling about various things. We're working on that. If we have the infrastructure, once we get the infrastructure, we will have 1080p commercial-free, uninterrupted broadcasts here in the Automotive Sports Network live, and you would be able to go back, rewind live broadcasts to watch a replay again. If for example, if we only had it once, you could rewind it, watch the replay again, and then go back to live television. And I would be proud about that. Another thing, on Sunday, we might have Will Vincent up in the commentary box, as depends on Randy, if Randy Chineth will be here. And that is Tremblay passing the lapped car of Harkin. And he's going to pass Knight now with 7.5 minutes. Is Harkin? That was a dirty move. Harkin didn't let him by. With the blue flag, you're supposed to let him by. You're supposed to pull over, and he didn't pull over. That's not going to make Milani happy. Yeah, we're always looking for staff. If we were able to get the staff and the infrastructure, there would be ASNTV USA 2 instead of just ASNTV USA 1. There'd be 2. And the radio channel would be in existence, as we were working hard on that. Let's change up graphics here. We're going to roll the ticker at the top of the screen, as it looks like timing and... Oh, my ticker's lying to me. That's not very nice. So we're going to take the ticker off, as I apologize for that. Timing and scoring really doesn't like me. Well, let's re-rack timing and scoring, and then try the ticker again. We're going to have that scroll. It might not be accurate. No, it's not. So we're just going to take it off. Okay. 6:40 left to run here at Road Atlanta, and Milani is catching him. He's 0.6 back. These two are 9.5 ahead of Vincenzo Amico in third place in car number 6. These two are that far ahead. They're battling. We have a battle for 5th place with Leslie, or actually 4th with Pat, Leslie, and Parker. So let's go over there and see what's going on. It's actually right here, a battle for the top 5 spot. We're going to check timing and scoring to see if it gets closer in the battle for the lead. But for right now, we're going to focus on these two, as Parker trying to catch Leslie. It's 6.7 of a second, so it's not very far. As you see, that's the gap for the moment, as Milani is 1 second back, and it's pretty much hovering around there with 5:45 left to play here at Road Atlanta. As I'm always looking for commentators, if you'd like to commentate for the Automotive Sports Network, shoot an email to asntvUSA@gmail.com with what you would like to do, as we are always gaining contracts for series to broadcast. Gap is 0.6 of a second, so we're going to go flying up to the lead as they were passing a Corvette. That's the gap for the lead with 5:15 left to play. It's all in Milani's hands, as we're going to check the fastest lap times. And Milani got a 1:10.1. He was, wow, 0.8 of a second quicker than Tremblay last lap. There must have been an issue with Tremblay. as Tremblay is known as an aggressive driver if he's battling for the lead or a position. I remember I was battling for the podium with him at Motegi, and he put me near the pit wall like Schumacher did on Barrichello, but no hard feelings as I was able to get the position. But he's very aggressive. Just like most of the drivers here, if you're battling for a position, you're not going to give up easy. You're not just going to roll over like a dog. You're going to fight to the death and battle it out. As last lap, let's roll that one. As they're messed up here, so let's do previous lap. Oh, Vincenzo Amico, 1:10.4 as a Ford's in the way. This could get interesting. Let's pay attention to this. That is car... No, oh, that's Torres. And Milani looked to the inside as he couldn't get it done in turn 8. Now we're going to come out of turn 9 and flash down the straightaway. This should be probably, let me do quick calculations. It's 2 minutes 20. This should be 3 laps to go when they get to the line, but it'll be more definitive when they get there, obviously. Through the chicane here, Tremblay made a nice pass on Milani, and Milani just hasn't been able to do it. But it seems like Milani is able to get a huge run down the hill and down the main straightaway. There's 3.5 minutes left to go here at Road Atlanta in Brazelton, Georgia. One of the best racing circuits in North America. There's a lot of great racing circuits, but this one is a good one. Corvette in the way. This could be interesting as he gets out of the way. So good Corvette. Very good Corvette. As Milani trying to catch Tremblay. This has been the story of the race. It's only 20. Oh, Tremblay really wide. Wow, that could have ended badly. Typically, when you stick 2 wheels into the dirt, you are going to crash, but he saved it. Good save. As 3 minutes and counting. And Milani's there. Tremblay doesn't want to crack under the pressure. Car length and a half. As it's now 2-3. As he got a better run off the corner. Milani trying to get the slipstream. So let's go on board Fabio Milani for the last 2 laps of the race, or at least about a lap, and see if he can get anything. As this is going to be the battle, they come up on Simon Murphy in 7th place to lap him from the blimp high above. You can see all the fans here as we're coming to the white flag, I do believe. As we're going to show, as the flag should change to white on the ticker up at the top of the screen, 1:05. This is the white flag lap as they won't be able to get around to complete another lap. We are on lap number 21 here at Road Atlanta. This is a brilliant camera in my opinion. Wow, what a camera. That's not the right camera. From the chopper, Tremblay has I believe another HPD. That is Murphy, I do believe, or it's Pomatico to tackle as he gets by, and then it's going to be a Ford of Loret. So into turn 8. Will Milani try it? He dive bomb. Well, he didn't really dive bomb because the Ford gave him the line. Into turn number 9 for the final time. It's all going to be about if Milani can get a good run. If the Ford holds up Tremblay, well, that's debatable. There's 2 Fords. He's going to get the run off Knight's car, and then I believe that's McElroy. So if he gets held up in the chicane, this could be interesting. Through the chicane for the final time, dive bombs him. That's all she wrote. As Joel Tremblay, 2-1, time is up. White flag, checkered flag. Joe Tremblay is victorious at Road Atlanta in Week 7 of the Fixed Prototype and GT Challenge Series. Milani gets second, as we're going to go back here and find Vincenzo Amico, last spot on the podium in Prototypes. Your winner in GT1 is Thomas Morris, as he's making his way here down the straightaway. There's Andre Papp going by. Thomas Morris, your winner in GT1, as it looks like Bianchini was in the pit lane. So Morris doesn't even have to try. He can just even pit this lap and he would still win. But here comes your winner in GT1. Morris, 11th place overall, takes the checkered flag. And Javier Torres just finished first in GT2 with McElroy and Knight on your podium in GT2. So let's go through the final results here from Road Atlanta. After 21 laps, Joe Tremblay wins over half a second by Fabio Milani from Vincenzo Amico, 12.5 seconds back. Darren Leslie in 4th, Andre Papp in 5th, Russ Parker 6th, Simon Murphy 7th, Anthony Harkin 8th, Ben Hancock is 9th, Thomas Pomatico is in the 10th position. 11th place, winner in GT1 is Thomas Morris. Javier Torres, winner in GT2. Then it's Wiliam McElroy, Horace Knight, and Guilherme Benaccini is second in GT2. Thomas Futh, Andrew Lauret, Alex Rominger, who I believe in an accident, as he's 15 laps down, finishes 18th. And 19th, Danny Conlon never started the race, as I wouldn't count that as a 19th position, as he never started, but ticker says 19th place. So I want to thank you guys for watching this ASN presentation of the iRacing.com Prototype GT Challenge Fixed Series here at Road Atlanta. This Sunday we will have live, flag to flag, or not live I should say, why did I say live? We will have flag to flag, uninterrupted, commercial-free coverage of round number 7, of the iRacing.com Prototype and GT Challenge Series from Road Atlanta. For everyone here at ASN, I am Josh Mertz. Thank you for watching, and so long, everyone.